Okay. Hello, welcome to Rocco George Tarot. I am Rocco George. We are going to do a reading for Gemini. All you Geminis out there, this is for the month of April. As I've been telling everybody, it's going to be a pretty crazy month. Please take what you can relate to and leave the rest behind. Remember, this is just a perspective, and you might have a different perspective, so keep that in mind for yourself. Anyway, let's get started. As I've been telling everybody else, let's watch our money this month for April. Don't rush into any financial business without knowing it is absolutely secure this month. I do feel like it is will be a very lucrative month for a lot of people, or the beginning of people sort of finding their path to what they want to do in life. I think people are going to be really tired of wasting time. That's what's been coming up so far. Knight of Cups. So it's sort of, you're sort of led by your heart. You're moving forward with something emotional. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a difficult decision that you need to be making. It is. It's something very important to you. It's something that's been bothering you in the past. And you feel like if you deal with it, if you head into it head on, it will bring you some sort of peace, some sort of emotional fulfillment. For you, it is a good thing, but you need to find your way to the center, to the truth, to your own truth. I mean, there's all this chaos going around you, and you need to find balance in the middle. You know you've made a decision that you must move forward with this emotional decision, the well. And the well is where ideas are born. So it's sort of something's been moving you forward. It's going to manifest something. Moving forward emotionally, finding your balance is going to bring about a new way of life, a new, this is what you're imagining. It's going to bring about something new in the future, positively. Because you've been beat up by it, this issue. By the way, if you hear snoring, it's the dog. A little dog that snores like a grown man. But you're a little bit worse for wear, as they say. You know, you feel as if you have fought your way to this point, this decision that you need to move forward because you have this idea that things are going to be better on the other side, but you have to. For you, it's not as hard as it is for other people because you can sort of charm your way through something. You can, you're very sociable. People like you. People want to see you do well. So you'll have lots of friends on the way. Lots of people that are going to be willing to give you good advice. But it's been there's been some bruises and some hurt along the way that you need to. I don't feel like you're holding it in, like it's something that you're repressing, but it's you feel it. It hurts. It's something that's going to be there that you need to definitely need to learn to live with. Regret. I don't know if it's regret. I feel like it's regret, but this doesn't necessarily mean that. Again, you're looking to be balanced. You're looking to even things out. I don't know if you feel guilty about something that you sort of did, or someone or something you left behind that you think, maybe if I work my way through this, I can make things right, I can balance it, because I think perhaps it might be throwing you off a little bit, or I could be totally off and it's just something. I think as well, if you're single out there, Gemini, if you're single out there, you may be thinking of taking steps to find a partner. I don't know if you've met them yet. We'll move on and see if you have. I almost think because you have the well, and the well is sort of like where things are beginning to be created, where you pull ideas out of. I think you have this imagined partner, but you haven't met them yet, and you've been through some things. You don't necessarily show your war scars, but you definitely have them. I think you like to keep, it's not that you like to keep it secret, but you like to keep things, positive. You like to be a positive, you like to be that person that's not necessarily the life of the party, but you like to bring positive vibes and just be that nice, good person. 10 of Cups. So that's definitely telling me that it's something in the future. It's something you really want. Maybe you have met this person, but you can imagine having a family with them. You're in that sort of stage of getting ready to take that start. It's possible that you've met this person. And for me, this has a lot to do with love, with relationships for some reason. And I just say that, I say that because that's kind of what I'm feeling. And also it's just this night, just this with the cup, is sort of this romantic figure that is like looking forward to the other side, to this sort of dream life that they want to have. But 10 is the end, right? 10 is the perfect ending wrap up, but it never really is. 10 is the pretend end. There's still more to this story. So we have a Gemini who's been through some shit, who's been, who is proud of their, war scars, but they don't really necessarily need to show it. And they think if through a relationship, through family, through love, they can find their balance. This is all things they're imagining. And it is a fulfilling thought. It is a good feeling, but you got to get out of your thoughts and you got to move forward. And just as a little piece of advice is find your balance before you get into any kind of relationship. Make sure your money is good. All these people have kids and they don't have any money. I don't blame them, have kids if you can have kids. But, plan it out well. Plan it out well. Wheel of Fortune is usually pretty good, but it's like, it's moving, you know, it's moving. And the peace is in the middle. And finding that peace, finding that stillness where you can bring all this to life. The devil. So there's something you need to get away from. There's something that is something in the past that you need to leave behind. Oh yeah, there's something weighing on your shoulders, and maybe that is keeping you from moving forward, and that's why you need to find the balance. Let's do another card, because we're sort of, I feel stuck all of a sudden. I feel stuck here. Like, all right, there's all these plans, and then, all right, the devil, which isn't necessarily bad, which is also like, it has the Lovers sort of symbol feel to it. But it does mean like there's some sort of something manipulating the situation. Manipulating is just one word, but I don't feel like that's the right word. I almost feel like it could be some sort of addiction to something. Addiction, some sort of like self-martyrdom, you know, for some reason I feel I see the word martyr. It's something you can't let go. You can't let go of it. And it's sort of keeping you, it's keeping you from moving forward, from going through that wheel of fortune, you know, bringing the ideas out of the well, and you know, getting over those past battles. Yeah, working your way through something, because there is, you know, something in the past is inspiring you to move forward in this sort of romantic sort of ideal. There's a pleasant memory from your childhood that is moving you forward with this sort of idea of the perfect relationship, which is, maybe it's an old love from your past, maybe it's a childhood friend. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a love affair. I feel like it's a romantic thing, but it's possible that it could be a friend, could be a family member that you don't talk to anymore, and you imagine, you know, finding this forgiveness, or you know, maybe it's not about them forgiving you, but you forgiving them, and this sort of guilt, the martyrdom, is sort of what's holding you both back. Pride, you know, it's pride. I feel pride is holding you back. Like, oh, you know, if I make up with them, it's like I'm admitting that I'm wrong, you know. But it's but you imagine it happening, and it's gonna be, you imagine it being a good thing. Strength. There we go. So have the strength to let the past go. You don't have to forget. You don't have to forget. You don't have to forgive. But, you know, you have to accept the fact that you have to heal in order to move forward. And what I'm telling you is that if it is a family member, reach out to them. Just reach out. You don't have to become best friends again, and but take that first step. That's what I'm getting. Take that first step. Or if it's an ex girlfriend, boyfriend, you know, make peace with them. You don't have to get back together, but make peace with them, because you're looking back and you're saying, wow, it was good. It wasn't bad. Make peace. Be friends. Doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to get back together and have this happy ending, because there is no happy endings. There's just life goes on, It's like Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords is kind of like this, you feel like you've both taken from each other. You're both, it's nothing though. It's nothing. You feel like, oh, he did this to me. Oh, she did this to me. And he said, she said, or he said, or she said, she said. But nobody's taken anything from anybody. It's just all been a big show. It's just the way you, Gemini, has been dealing with hurt. It's just like it's a blame game kind of, and it's you still feel it though. You still feel it as if it's your fault. And sometimes we let pride get the better of us, and we have to make a big show about it, and it's like, well, I'm never speaking to them again. And you miss out on years of when you could be hanging out, you could be whatever. If it's a lover, you could have been, getting some. The Empress, upside down. Well, the Empress, to me, I usually don't read reverses, but I feel like in this case we should. For me, the Empress is, the manifesting, the nurturing, the ruling, the majesty, the reverse is saying, stop being a queen, stop. To me, I'm seeing a lot of pride here that needs to be left behind. And you're a good person. You're not, you're not out to hurt people. And I think people know that about you. They know you're fun. They trust you. You definitely feel things. You feel regret. You feel this nostalgia for just reach out to this person. Just reach out to them. I think that's going to bring you some happiness. And let's say it is the situation that we started out with, where you were thinking of looking for a relationship, a new relationship. You're looking to meet people. Then you have to be more open about it. This is sort of a rigid view of what you imagine love to be. And you should be a little more open. And know that not everything's going to fit in this perfect little fairy tale, or the way you imagine things. You're going to have to be strong. You're going to have to be like, well, I expected her to be tall and she's only 5 foot, whatever. No, you have to, you're like, opposites attract. You always hear these people in couples that are like, I never expected I'd be with somebody like him, it's just like, but I love him, it's like, okay. The Hermit. Wow, the Hermit. The Hermit in reverse. And like I said, I don't usually read reverses, but this is feeling right to me. What I'm saying is, it's not usually like Gemini to be the Hermit. We do actually, if you think about it, Gemini and the Hermit share Mercury. Hermit is the Virgo card, and both of these, the Gemini and Mercury, Gemini and Virgo share the planet Mercury. Gemini and Virgo share the planet Mercury. Mercury is reason and logic, and the Hermit is upside down. I almost feel, let me see, I feel like there's a bit of overthinking here. Don't overthink it. You're a confident person for the most part. If you're not confident, you're good at hiding it. You know, it's and people read that and they trust you and they like you and they want to see you do well. But if you overthink it, you'll end up alone, or you'll end up only with the daydream of this perfect relationship, you know, because you're not going to find it exactly the way you imagine it, right? If you're single. If you're in a partnership, I think it's time to sort of rekindle the romance if things are going stale for the Gemini. Or if you're a single Gemini and you do have somebody in your mind and you need to find forgiveness or forgive them, it's time to move forward with that. Because life is short. You know, I've been saying this to everybody. I've been saying this in all my readings, is that it's time to find community. So bury the hatchet, not in anybody's back, but bury the hatchet. Find a way to forgive. Find a way to move forward. Be kind. Gemini is, you know, one of a kind. Gemini is everybody's friend, you know. You can adapt to any situation. You know, you don't necessarily have to drone on and on about the hardships of life. You can bring a positive energy into any moment. So don't overthink it. Just move forward. Put away the pride. Things got ugly in the past if this is somebody you've already met, but it's time to reach out. Okay, Gemini? May you be a blessing to somebody else, and good luck. This, I think, is a beautiful thing. And so are you, Gemini.